The man forced the woman he loved to submit by marrying another woman right in front of her, unaware that she was already dying, and every emotional blow he delivered was only accelerating her death. Their tragedy began because she loved him too deeply. 7 years ago, they were madly in love. The man once promised to make her the happiest bride in the world, swearing they would grow old together. But fate dealt a cruel hand. The man was diagnosed with heart disease. The woman, an orphan since childhood, had little attachment to the world until she met him. He gave her warmth for the first time. From that moment on, she couldn't imagine a life without him. So to save his life, she signed an organ donation agreement and chose to disappear from his world. 7 years later, her artificial heart was failing. Without special medication, she could die at any moment. To afford the medicine, she worked relentlessly, until one day, she ran into the man. Seeing his success, she was quietly happy for him, but his gaze held no warmth. He had always believed that she left him because he was poor, so he spent everything he had to find her. When she finally saw him again, she asked to borrow money, but hearing her words, he was filled with disgust. To humiliate her, he threw the money into the air, and to force her to stay by his side, he blacklisted her from every company, waiting for her to come crawling back. When the woman realized it was all his doing, she went straight to his office to confront him. The staff were shocked to recognize her as the woman in the photo on the man's desk. When the other woman learned the truth, she rushed in, furious, but the woman shut her down with a single sentence. Infuriated, she slapped the woman across the face, unaware she'd soon pay the price. The man saw everything, but the other woman quickly acted pitiful, not knowing he had never let go of the woman he truly loved. After sending the other woman away, he deliberately made things hard for her, asking why she came back. She admitted no one would hire her, so she had no choice but to ask him for help. Hearing her mention money again, he sneered, saying if she attended his wedding that night, he might consider lending her $500,000. The woman wanted no further entanglement, and turned to leave, but he stopped her, mentioning a jade pendant in his possession. She froze. It was the only keepsake her mother left her, so she rushed to the wedding venue. Seeing her arrive, the guests assumed she was there to cause a scene, but she walked straight up to the man and asked for the pendant. To her shock, the other woman held it up proudly. That very pendant the man once risked his life to retrieve for her. He knew how much it meant, yet now let another trample on it. At that moment, she realized how much he must hate her. Then the other woman insulted her mother, and she finally snapped, slapping her across the face. The man immediately ran to the other woman's side, forcing the woman to apologize with a toast, or she could forget about the pendant. She knew alcohol could stop her heart, but for her mother's keepsake, she drank it anyway. Still, the man wasn't satisfied. He kept pushing her to drink more. Just then, the other woman stepped in, saying she was willing to return the pendant, but the next second, she smashed it to the ground without mercy.